Good evening, and welcome to the 21st episode of Rachel Pilcher Writing Workshop's Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me. I can't wait to get on with the show tonight. I want to tell you all a bit about a few things that we have coming up. So first, I want to thank those of you who attended my Write Fearlessly in the New Year workshop last Saturday. It was quite enjoyable. I was so happy to have you share your energy and your time with me, and I hope that each of you are taking the ideas that came about during that workshop into your daily writing life. And if you missed out on that, there is another workshop coming up on Saturday, February the 16th, 2019. It's called So You Want to Publish a Book, and it is for those of you who know you have a story to tell and you've been working on it and you want to know what the steps you need to take are to get that from your writing file that you have it in to the printed page. So if you're interested in that, you will want to go to the RachelPilcherWritingWorkshops.com page, or you can get information on the Rachel Pilcher Writing Workshops Facebook page that will take you to that link. That workshop will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll be doing it through Zoom. So it's another online workshop. You can workshop while in your pajamas. I will be dressed, at least from the top up. But I look forward to bringing that information. The last time I taught that class, I taught it live as well, and it was quite an adventure. I really enjoyed the people that were in the class, and I look forward to visiting with some of you in working on that class. Also, beginning February the 6th, which is a Wednesday, February the 6th at 6:30 Central Standard Time p.m., 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am going to begin doing a virtual writing hour. And it's where basically every Wednesday I'm going to get online on Zoom, and I'll send the link out to those of you who are interested. It is a subscription thing that you do, but more information can be found on it on the RachelPilcherWritingWorkshops.com page, and I will have some information on the Facebook page soon about that. But it's a virtual writing hour. We basically get together and we write. And probably we'll have some music playing in the background, might have something inspirational on the camera. It's not going to be just focused on me writing for an hour. That would be weird. But I would love to be able to have you there with me while we have something inspirational going on. So definitely check into that. If you have questions, you can email me. You can make comments on this video to get more information. I will be glad to share with you. And finally, eventually we're going to get to the topic of the day, but finally, Panther City Review 2019, or I'm going to start going by issue numbers because I think, issue 4, it sounds like it's going to be a big thing. So issue 4, it's going to be open for submissions in 1 week. So that's going to begin. I'm hoping to get it live by February the 3rd. I'm kind of an old hat at getting the submission thing going now, so I should be able to get it up and live by February 3rd, so that's a week from today. The submission deadline is going to be Monday, April 29th, 2019. That is Willie Nelson's birthday, so if you ever want to know when the submission deadline for Panther City Review is going to be, it's always Willie Nelson's birthday, and then you can Google it. April 29th. That's it. So to kind of give you, I did want to give y'all, since you have been hanging in here with me, kind of a heads up on what the theme is going to be. And since my word of the year this year is focus, I have decided the theme for Panther City Review issue 4 is going to be focus. It's kind of broad, but most of my themes are fairly broad. So if you have writing, or if you think you want to write something that will deal with the idea of focus, that will be something that would be great to submit to Panther City Review. So I look forward to talking to y'all more about it in the future. Alright, so tonight's topic, how to keep your creative well full. Ideas are things that happen every single day, all throughout the day in your lifespan. And if you feel like in your writing that you have completely lost every idea that you possibly could have, what you need to do is you need to stop and pause and think about what's going on in your day, what you see. So, one way to do this, I always have a bedside notebook, but you can have a notebook or note cards that you can put in a file, or possibly a file that you keep handy on your phone or on your tablet. And at night, excuse me, at night before you go to bed, you have an evening reflection. And this is an exercise that you can do every single day. And what you'll do is you will take a moment and look at what happened during the day that was something that had the greatest meaning, and you take a few minutes and you write that down. It doesn't have to be the whole story unless it's just something that you have to be able to tell from start to finish, but just write a few sentences of it. You can get the essence of the idea. That way you can go back to it later on and you can say, oh, okay, well, this is something that I could use in a story. So that's one thing that you can do. So your ideas can come from many places. They can come from something that happens to you. They can come from someone you know telling a story. They can even come from the news. And goodness knows, we've had enough on the news lately to be able to write entire novels about probably in a week or two. So, definitely pay attention to that. What this is supposed to do is, with you knowing that you're going to have this time in the evening where you sit back and reflect, is it's supposed to train you to be more attentive to what's going on around you. So you pay attention to the story and to the details. Now, one of the ways that I also get some of these ideas that I can jot down at night is sometimes I take long walks. I garden, or doing other mundane chores like washing the dishes. I don't have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. And sometimes my mom is very sweet and she comes over and she's the dishwasher and I see she's watching. So hi, Mom. But doing those mundane chores sometimes are the best ways for the ideas to come to you. Things that are coming to your mind that would be a great line in a story. And so, sometimes the best ideas that I have will come to me whenever I have my hands covered in dirt or I've been scrubbing a dish. So I will get my phone if it's nearby and my hands aren't completely wet or totally filthy, or I'll wipe those down. And then I'll write them down in the notes section on my phone. I think every phone comes with some sort of way that you can take notes. So I'll jot those down, and then when possible, when I get home, or I go in the house, I will get that notebook that's beside my bed and I'll jot it down, or I'll just make sure that I check at night before I go to bed on the notes to see if there was something that, oh yeah, I think I remember that I wrote this down. Let me go see what that was. And then I'll jot that down in my evening reflection. I also do this when I'm driving. And I don't stop to write things down when I'm driving. But what I do is I take that handy voice recorder that you have. Everybody has a voice memo on their cell phone. If you have a smartphone, you have that. And I will, whenever I get to some place that's a safe place to either pull over, or if I'm stopped at a red light, I will click on that voice recorder and I will get that idea out there and have that there, and I will go back and I will check that later on. Hi Sharon, thank you for joining. So I do the voice memos a lot because for some reason on my way to work, whenever I'm stopped downtown in traffic and it's bumper to bumper and I'm trying to get to school, I see a lot. There's a homeless camp that's underneath one of the bridges, and one day I was sitting underneath the bridge and I was thinking, if Armageddon ever did hit and the homeless people are left behind, they're going to survive because they already know how to do everything. They're going to be the ones we're going to be asking to help us. So, okay, I just gave away an idea of a great story. Anybody wants to write it, it's yours, because I probably won't get to that, and you could probably make it better. So, But anyway, I go in the evenings, I'll go back and I'll reflect and listen to my voice recordings and see what might be there that I should write down. So I found that you know, I have a theme here. I tend to check and come up with ideas whenever I'm doing something else, and it's usually something where there is no way possible that I could actually write it down. So you know, that's when ideas hit you, though. That's when inspiration is always there. It's whenever you least expect it. It's not always whenever you're sitting in front of your computer with the blank screen in front of you. It's usually whenever you're driving down the road, or if you're digging in the dirt, or if you're walking around a park. That's when inspiration hits you. So you have to not let inspiration pass you by. You need to take advantage of it, and you need to jot those ideas down. And then, as I said, reflect on it. At night, before you go to bed, get your journal out, get whatever it is that you're going to put your notes down in, and write it down. Very simple, very easy little thing, and you know, whenever you feel that your creativity is waning, whenever you are sitting in front of the computer and you have that empty document in front of you, go and look at your reflection journal, where you can find your evening reflections, where you can find the things that happened throughout your days in the past that could lead to a creative endeavor for the future. So, that is it for the night. I hope you have an enjoyable Sunday. I will be back for episode 22 on Sunday, February the 10th at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And at that point, I will be talking about creating an editorial calendar or planning out how you're going to get your writing done. So I hope you join me. Don't forget, I do have a couple of upcoming things coming. I have the online class, So You Want to Publish a Book, February 16th. And starting February 6th, don't want to leave that out, February 6th, I'm doing the virtual writing hour every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. So check on RachelPilcherWritingWorkshops.com for more information on those. And also, Panther City Review open for submissions on February 3rd. I think I did all my dates backwards. But just as long as you know which direction that you're going in whenever the dates are on there. So I hope you have a great evening. In Texas, it is absolutely gorgeous outside. So go out, get a deep breath of air, and enjoy it. Have a good evening. Bye.